All right, rundown. We are live on the Intrepid. It is May 26th.
24.
Something.
5? 4. Should have
It
gone
is
with my gut.
live. We are on the Intrepid. It is May 24th. It is Fleet Week. Shout out to all the soldiers, all the guys who fought. Any Purple Heart guys on this panel. 2 of the 3 on it are. 1 is not. I'll let you guys figure that out. It's the guy in the middle who sits on his couch. It is brought to you by Key
It's going to be
Smart.
one of those shows, huh?
It's not going to be one of those shows.
It's going to be one of those
Brought to you by Key Smart Tile. I'm going to be honest. I may struggle with this because our sales guy was in my mix for like half an hour. So this Key Smart thing.
I'll hold it while you
no,
read.
Take the
'Cause I
pen.
don't think you...
The Key Smart, what they do, it's like a Swiss Army knife, and you put your keys on it on this device like this. But it's actually, we're doing the Key Smart. I'm not a Swiss Army guy at all. See, you keep the keys like that, like so, because there are you a Swiss Army knife, chaps, guy?
More of a Gerber kind of man, but
I don't even know what that means. But they have the keys on here, but this is the key tile. And now you can do this with this or with keys. It's just a little sticker that you put on your keys, and if you lose your keys, it sends it to your iPhone so you can track where you lose your keys. Very smart, actually. I'm going to read it. Be the first to get the world's smartest key organizer. Key Smart has partnered with Tile and made a minimalist key organizer with GPS technology that lets you locate your keys from your phone, make your missing keys play a tune, press the Key Smart Tile to make your phone ring, even on this silent sign-up pre-order today. These things are selling like hot flies. It's actually a good item, and I probably explained it better than this. It's just basically a little sticker. You program it to your phone, plays a thing, there you go, Key Smart.
Wait, you got to go to barstool.com. Get Key Smart. Barstool.getkeysmart.com.
Get on the list because apparently it's selling fast. Get on the list. Be entered to win $500 to the Barstool store.
Oh.
So not only
How
do you
about
get
this, Davey? Just doubling up. This is double
$500
dipping
to
on
the
money for you.
Barstool store. Get on the list. That's the Key Smart Tile. Find your keys, never lose them. Barstool.keysmart.com. Okay, we're live on the Intrepid. Boats, military guys. Shout out Chaps. Happy birthday, Chaps. That's what they do on the Marine birthday.
Yeah.
I can't get out of doing that when it's just when I'm involved with the Marines and the military. I like just saying happy birthday.
I think you should. I
Happy
think it's
birthday.
appropriate, yeah.
Whose birthday is it? K. Marcos?
Yes.
Yes, K. Marcos.
Happy birthday, K.
Keith.
Marco, too. All right, into the subjects. I usually would throw this, but I don't want to pollute the ocean if it goes in there, so I'm going to
Shout out to the Marine Wildlife.
Shout out Marine Wildlife, very pro wildlife sharks. Playoffs. Okay. So we got Game 7, Ottawa versus the Penguins. Ottawa won 2-1 after falling behind 1-0.
We're starting with the Senators.
Yes.
Okay.
And then we're going to move into the NBA, and the Celtics down 3-1. They were up 16 in the first half. I will admit, I was very excited, but at no point was I ever like, this game's over. You knew the Cavs
You were
would make
flexing
a run.
on Twitter a little bit.
I always flex on Twitter. I'm a huge flex Twitter guy. But the big debate is LeBron James has been absent for the last 2 games, and you have argued he had a good game yesterday, when I, in fact, say Kyrie Irving was the show. Without Kyrie, Cavs don't win. If LeBron... If there's no Kyrie, Celtics win. If it's just LeBron, then the Celtics win. He was nothing. He scored all his points in garbage time after they were down 10.
He didn't score all his
missed
points
a
in
dunk.
garbage time.
Now
He
they've come
did
out
miss
and
a
said,
dunk.
by the way, there's a new story why we hate LeBron. Richard Jefferson was forced basically at gunpoint by LeBron to say he had a cold in Game 3. All the headlines now are the only – I slid off my stool. All the headlines are the only game the Cavs lost in the playoffs. LeBron was sick. Defend your boy, Kevin.
No. The sick thing is a classic LeBron move that you should hate him for it. Everybody should hate him for it. That is a classic LBJ move that I have no problem with anybody hating on that. My thing is, this happens all the time with Kyrie, where it's the Kyrie game and Kyrie is carrying the Cavs. And then you look at what LeBron did in the same game, and he still had a monster game. You said it last year in Game 7, it was the Kyrie game. LeBron put up a triple-double in that game and had the most important defensive play in NBA history. So we diminish what LeBron does every time his teammate has a good game.
He scored all his points when there was a double, when the game was over in the fourth quarter.
It was a 6-point game in the fourth quarter, and he put up 15.
The game was over. Did you watch the whole game? And you go,
I did. I watched the whole game.
You know who I feel like you are? You're like Kornheiser and Wilbon, who are so old they go to bed and they don't even know what happened.
Because I was
Both
chirping
of you
at you the whole
podfathers are
fucking
taking
time.
care of little kids.
I was sitting there soaking it in because you were Davey halftime, so convinced the Celtics were actually going to win this game when there were a bunch of bums.
They're not a bunch of bums.
They
The
are a
Cavs
bunch of bums. They
the
have
Cavs
no
are
big-time playmakers at all.
The
That
Cav-
team stinks.
Well,
You're throwing
Isaiah's-
up bank
Our
threes.
best player is hurt. No, the Celtics have
They're
no
bums.
firepower. Marcus Smart
Yeah,
had
they're
to be
not that
hot.
good.
He was awful. The facts are, though, if you watch the game, LeBron did all his damage when Kyrie already
It's
set.
just weird to see LeBron not be the best player on the court at all times. So as soon as he's not like 1A,
But
then
Chaps, that
everybody's
happened
like,
versus Golden
oh, he
State in the
stinks, he
finals
stinks, he
last year.
stinks.
I didn't say he stinks. I'm saying Kyrie Irving's the better player.
Well,
that's so
that's
stupid.
ridiculous.
LeBron James.
I mean, he has
LeBron
one
James-
game where he's
You
one
are doing
alpha,
a disservice
one
to this
Bravo.
website and this show by saying stupid shit like
LeBron
that.
James is Horace Grant.
All right, next topic, because you're just being a troll now.
Shaq and Barkley. So they got in this dispute during the thing. They were going back and forth.
You don't want to mess around, Chuck. You have no idea what we're talking about because
It's a real must-win for Boston.
Because you've only been to the finals once, so you don't know.
I wasn't riding on Dwayne Wade's and Kobe's coattails.
Doesn't matter, Chuck. I got the same thing you got, and I passed you up 10 years
Just
ago.
letting you know. If I'd been riding on Kobe's coattails, Dwayne Wade's,
and
Alonzo Mourning's too. I forgot about
must
him.
win for those guys. Everybody
and Rick
knows you're a
Fox.
bum.
Rick Fox.
People question why you're in the
Derek
Hall of Fame
Fisher.
anyway. Bum.
Some people are saying, I guess, that they were really mad at each other. Basically, Shaq was, Barkley said Shaq got carried by, like, Kobe
Wade.
and Alonzo Mourning, and I think he
All
one.
Fox.
I think
Rick
it all
Fox.
boils down. Shaq is like insanely jealous of Charles Barkley. Like that's all it
See,
boils
I don't-
down
I
to.
don't
I
agree
think
with
that
that.
he went his entire career
So you
as
think
being
that was-
like the best interview in sports. Everybody loves Shaq, the big Shaq daddy, and now
Oh,
nobody
damn.
really cares about Shaq. It's all about Chuck. Chuck is the
So
best.
you think there's
announcer
real
in the game.
animosity?
Yeah, I
Oh,
think
I
Shaq.
disagree.
I think that
I
Shaq
think it's
hates
very
he's a
similar.
competitive dude.
I think it's very similar to Barstool. I think it's very similar to like me and you. Like we're gonna say shit that is true that I'm gonna try to like piss you off and offend you.
But,
But,
even you
like,
guys
we're
admit
not
that
really.
There's elements
So,
But
what
of
who's
I mean?
the
truth to
alpha
that.
in that group? Who's the alpha in Shaq?
I don't know.
Fuck.
I mean,
Chuck.
I think
Well-
when it comes to basketball, all Chuck has is that he can go to Kobe or Wade, and it's a stupid argument. And all Shaq has is
But
that
that's
he
but
went,
but I think Shaq, it was so good that it was clearly a joke. I mean, I said this earlier. I think Shaq, if you told people I love Jordan, Bird, and all the great Celtics like Russell, but I think a
Shaq's-
lot of people, if you said you're picking one person to start a franchise, you get their whole career. A lot of people take Shaq. So
Oh,
Shaq
yeah.
knows no one carried Shaq. That was a joke.
right, but Shaq's joking persona his entire career was like bubbly big guy, like funny big guy. He went at Charles without that, like acting like a basketball hard.
I
rock.
think it was
I
a
think
total
what
joke.
Shaq was saying towards Chuck was a little more like digs. Like you don't know anything about the finals. You only went there once. That I think Chuck was probably like. I mean,
but
listen,
Chuck's
Charles
heard
Barkley's
that.
rich as fuck, and
It's
he's
such a
living the
tired
dream now.
thing, too.
But
I
I mean, anytime you say that to a competitive guy who like when all of his buddies are Jordan and Shaq and all these guys who won multiple rings, that digs deep.
Yeah,
but it's Shaq with
Char-
the Emmys.
Charles is
I
on
mean,
the record
it's
many
Chuck's with
times
the Emmys
being.
now with like broadcasting. Chuck's a much better broadcaster than Shaq, so I
yeah.
think that
Yeah, I think that they're both living just fine, but I think some of those things were,
I mean, Chuck
same
is
way I make fun
on
of-
on the record a million times being like, the only reason I didn't get titles I played with Jordan. And there's some degree of truth to that because he beat him with Phoenix, and then he was with the 76ers and kept losing to Michael Jordan. So, anyways, I think they're actually like legitimate friends, and I
Yeah.
don't think. I mean, maybe towards the end it got a little heated, but it was like what you say, the rundown. This
but I'm
story-
not friends with you. I don't like you.
No, and there's a clear alpha male too, whereas there we
yeah.
couldn't answer it. Marilyn Monroe, she's in the news, New York Post. So there's a rumor coming out that she was murdered, not suicide. She was murdered because she was covering up the aliens. We'll start with you, KFC.
Makes perfect sense to me. If you're in bed with JFK and all the Kennedys, you're going to hear some things. I think there's every chance that she knew about extraterrestrials, and somebody had to snuff her out. Maybe that's even why JFK got killed too. Aliens.
I mean, if aliens are like STDs, then maybe like she got murdered by STDs.
Was that a joke?
I mean, I just don't think.
That was a bad joke. Was that a joke?
Yeah, it was a joke.
I mean, you don't think that like
that
I mean,
joke
but
did
you don't
not
think that
aliens is
that
just
joke
so,
did,
like
that
you
joke
guys
did not
love
play.
aliens so much, and the idea of aliens killing somebody is just so fucking stupid. What
No,
are
no,
you
no.
gonna say?
Aliens didn't kill her. A
had
human killed her
info.
because she was about to release that aliens were real.
That's
because she's
even
been
more dumb.
No way.
Oh, I don't know how
I
dumb
think
that
when
is.
you have your jump off and you might be talking business, she hears a lot of things.
The only
Ask
thing,
this guy.
yeah, the only thing. That was a cheap shot.
That's
The-
just.
the-
I mean, it's a very good analogy. It's a very applicable point.
She did threaten to release all Barstool Sports secrets
See?
at
Watch out,
5:30
Jay
p.m.
Hammy.
sharp.
You never know who's gonna take you out.
The only thing I'm going to say about the alien thing, I think is very plausible. I think she probably knew a lot bigger secrets that would maybe get. Like, did Shannon Cook happen when she was dating? Isn't that when the Kennedy
the
killed?
argument that she knew how JFK was killed, and so she got killed because of that. Or
Well, yeah, she has a lot of information. That's the only thing. I think aliens could get some people killed.
But
She
aliens
probably
are
had
so
better
tired,
information
so
that if I'm saying someone murdered her,
Bite
it
you.
would be
I fucking
before
hate
aliens. You're not an aliens guy?
No,
Can we
it's
kick him
fucking
off the
stupid.
show?
Why?
It's just dumb.
You're dumb.
You think the universe is that small, huh?
That is a small pea brain thought of yours.
Yeah, I do.
That is dumb.
Stunning. One Oak, speaking of past lives, if I was still Club Dave, I would have been front row at this thing instead of
If
watching.
you made it just a couple months longer, you would have got to see this show.
So Bieber and the Chainsmokers at One Oak right down the street.
Justin, hit it.
Doing everything, singing Despacito, singing Closer. You don't like the Chainsmokers, they're electric.
Bunch of
I
bums.
think it's as close to a 1-2 punch that you could ever see at a club. Like getting.
Oh my God! Wow. To put you're putting the Chainsmokers on the same level as Bieber.
No, Bieber's bigger, but I'm
So
saying
like,
that
all right, a
collaboration.
1-2. That's like a.
Who would you rather see collab at a club? And collab is short for collaboration.
Like if we're gonna keep it apples to apples, I'd rather see Justin Bieber do a collaboration with Calvin Harris at a club.
No chance. Chainsmokers, 100 out of 100
Those
times.
fucking bums. They look like they're interns at Barstool. They look like normal ass schlubs.
So
They
does
can't
Calvin
sing.
Harris.
They can't sing. They're not talented. They're
What? But
just
you
stick-
keep saying
just
this.
stick-
EDM people generally don't sing. They're the only ones that try
this
to, and they're
bum
not good
tries
at it.
to.
I don't know why he does that.
Yeah, that's my point.
I thought it was the least electric video of all time. Like it was a struggle to get through the 3 minutes of it.
But if you're there and he's singing
Yeah, but if you're
Despacito
there,
with the
I think that
Chainsmokers in
at
your
first
face,
when he
you're
walks
fucking-
out and you see Bieber and the Chainsmoker, you're like, oh hell yeah. But then they're going on for 5 minutes. Like you're just like, shut
Here's
up.
a hypothetical, not to change subjects. If you're with a girl, do you even want to be in that environment?
Because you're so like
You're just
she's
trash.
not looking at you at
Right,
all.
you
Yeah.
become trash.
I mean, you probably are.
It's like, do you
trash.
want to be in an
Yeah, but
environment at like a Super Bowl? Anything with a girl, do you want to be in any environment where there's like people who can just stomp on you?
Yeah, because ultimately there's a level of her being like, I'm not gonna get those guys. So
I recently
I'm stuck
saw a
with you.
video where a dude had Garth Brooks surprise his bride at their wedding, and as soon as Garth Brooks comes out and starts singing their song, she's like wet, but not for her new husband.
No way.
It's like all for Garth
But
Brooks.
if you can't control your lady at your own wedding, then you're a weak
Yeah,
person.
but when Garth Brooks is out there, how are you going to control anything?
Well, it's your wedding.
It's Garth Brooks.
And Garth Brooks isn't exactly like.
But no, for Garth Brooks people, that's 1A. That's Bieber shit.
That was outrageous that you said Garth Brooks isn't like, he's good.
How old is Garth Brooks?
How old are you?
40?
Probably about the same.
No chance.
No,
Can someone
he's got to be
research
older
Garth
than
Brooks?
that.
Garth Brooks
Frankie,
is-
get on that. How
He's
old
probably
is,
like-
is Garth Brooks?
I'd
He's probably like
say
60.
52.
No,
probably
he's
56.
57.
52. I
Sec-
just saw him last year. It was amazing.
I'm not saying he's not good, but he's not like good looking and he's old. And
No,
he's,
but
if you
for
can't
those
control
people,
your
man.
Okay. Mont and Bo, we're all wearing jeans. No,
55.
55. All right, so significant difference. Like that would be like saying I'm the same age as a 25-year-old. Huge difference.
Yeah,
Well,
you could date him,
you
though.
do fuck around with the ages, Dave.
Mont and Bo Rundown 2017 promo code. 20% off your first order. Must spell out website twice. MOTTANDBOW.com. MOTTANDBOW.com. Montbeau sells high quality jeans at a fair price. Normally jeans this good are at least $200. They sell them for around $100. That's 50% off what they should cost. I'm back in the jeans game. Montbeau actually,
What? How long you been back on jeans?
since we sold Mont and Bo, as I
There you go.
got sold as a
Company
spokesman
man.
of Mont and Go. But another crack sales staff move. I had been actually banning wearing jeans, hadn't worn them for 5
like
years. I
years.
got sold as a spokesman for Mont and Bo jeans. So they got me back on jeans. In hindsight, it's the best thing that ever happened. I was getting old doing your move, that just the brights, which I don't hate. Very Nantucket. So Mont and Bo, montandbo.com. Back to the rundown. This story, shocker, but not. So this is California. Someone died, so we got to speak respectfully.
Yeah, of course.
Not a foreigner.
Not a foreigner, Sacramento, California, but we have 9 severely ill people and 1 person dead from eating the nacho cheese at a gas station, getting the nachos. Chaps, what do you got?
I think you gotta. That's part of risk reward. I mean, if you're going to get cheese from a gas station, you gotta kind of know that you might at least at the bare minimum, have like vicious and unrelenting diarrhea for a while. At the top end, you could die. I mean, I think you know that going in.
You live fast and loose, and you might pay the price.
It.
Shout out to Trent. Trent used to eat all of his food at gas stations when he was in Iowa. He probably knew he could die.
I like looking down upon people.
No.
I like judging them, snickering. There's no group of people I consistently look harder down upon than people who go into like the actual food category at like 7-Eleven.
I was just going to say I saw a dude today getting a hot dog at 7-Eleven, and I wanted to grab him and say,
like,
where did your life go wrong? How are you here at this point that you're getting a hot dog spinning on those little fucking wheels things?
So with all due
Disgusting.
respect, you deserve to die.
The
probably,
worst
if
thing you
you're
could
doing
get
that.
though at the 7-Eleven, the hamburgers that are
Everything's
shaped like
gross.
the hot
The
dog
hamburger hot dog is
is disgusting.
Yo,
Everything.
I swear to
It's
God, if you eat
ridiculous.
that, you should be thrown in jail. That
Every-
is straight pre-crime if you eat the hot dog or hamburger from 7-Eleven.
That again,
It seems like
it's
such a good idea though. Like I don't know why hamburgers
is-
weren't like that, especially for like driving. Like McDonald's should look into it, doing something like that.
For driving, it's easier to eat, you think?
Yeah.
The whole thing is just disgusting. Eating real food at a gas station is no bueno. 7-Eleven may be the worst.
You think it's worse than a gas station? I mean, they're usually similar.
No, there's way
you
like
think
as like
7-Eleven's
a massive chain.
7-Eleven is.
But you can go to a nice 7-Eleven.
I've never been in a nice 7-Eleven, ever.
I think they're all pretty similar.
This video is
like
maybe, and by the way, I don't want to say you deserve to die,
wait,
but
hang
you
on.
have to see it coming.
Big variance in Wendy's?
Yeah, like depending on where you're at in the country, like if you're in like a new up and coming area.
You just trashed Wendy's?
No,
Not
but he's
really
saying
trash it,
that
but
they
like,
can
no,
change.
It depends on like the fast food place depends on what kind of area you're in. You can't just go to any Wendy's. Like if you went to a Wendy's in a shitty part of town.
Yeah, no,
the
that's
food's gonna
true.
Be garbage.
No, but 7-Eleven's bad everywhere.
No, I disagree.
I don't
the
even.
food. I don't think, but like you can get. There is a higher quality. Like you can have like 1A, 1B, and then you have like your F 7-Eleven that's like across the street from the office.
Nah, they're all bad, dude. This
That's a
video.
fair point.
What?
That was fair.
You're wrong. Show me a nice 7-Eleven, and then I'll reconsider.
Okay.
South Korean, this politician, I don't know who he is, comes rolling out of the airport in just the biggest power move ever.
I think he's our new president.
Is he going to be the new president?
Yeah.
He should be. I'd vote for him. I go live there. He just rolls his suitcase. I watched it 100 times.
And then actually, it's after the roll. He kind of does like
He
a
has
Vince
like a Vince McMahon
swagger,
walk,
and
yeah.
it's just the perfect. And his little slave is ready for it. Like they've done that 1,000 times. It feels like that's perfect.
I
That's
love the
true
fact
politician.
that he's like a high-level politician of like a nuclear power, and he has a bright-ass yellow suitcase. I think that's a good move.
I'm gonna do a shout out, and it's not pre-planned. The biggest life change I've probably ever made as an adult was getting nice luggage.
the 4-wheel spinners that can go in any direction.
Samsonite
Incredible.
suitcases are game changers. They roll every way. They have them forever. That is when I always. You want to talk about judging people? I judge by it. Like Paul, sales guy. How old's he now? 30-something. He still uses middle school luggage.
Do you
and
go
it
all
fits
black
his
luggage?
entire,
Are you a black luggage?
silver.
Oh,
Still
see,
fits
I
his
think that-
persona.
I like the yellow because it says I travel a lot. I don't have time to wait at the carousel. I want to just grab my stuff.
I
know
put a
when it's
bumper
out.
sticker. I have a
'Cause
Fire Goodell
everybody
bumper
has
sticker
black,
on
and you're just looking through the stupid-ass little notes like whose is whose.
it. I have Fire Goodell bumper sticker on it.
That works.
Do you sell them?
Big brain move. And last one. Third successful penis transplant just occurred. What country was this in? U.S.?
America, yeah.
America.
Yeah.
Like,
All right.
you think other countries can do this kind of shit, man?
They're doing
This
a
is some
head
first
transplant in
world
Russia.
shit.
I feel
Yeah,
like-
Russia is crazy though. They're
Yeah.
not. That means they're just chopping people's heads off.
They
in
might
Russia.
just be saying they are, and they're like,
Yeah.
check us
I
out. We
maybe
went to the
gave the
moon,
United-
and we
It's some
did a
North
head
Korea
transplant,
shit. Yeah.
I gave the U.S. too much credit because the story here is it's a black dude and got a white dick, and for some reason I didn't think we'd do that here. I was like, we'd match colors up.
Well, they're gonna tattoo the dick until it's
When-
black.
but-
Great question. Why wasn't it tattooed
I've
first?
watched enough of Grey's Anatomy to know, like, when the right dick comes in, you got to
just
jump
take
on
it.
it.
17 years it took. This guy was dickless for 17
So if you're
years,
like,
and
you
a
wait
white one
17
rolled in.
years for a cock, and they're like, well, this one, it doesn't really match.
Like, paint that
Why?
shit
Well,
up,
give
man.
me Neapolitan ice
Why
cream
would
dick.
you-
Put some shoe polish on that thing, and let's go.
Why would you ever? I think that's actually like cool.
White dick on a black
like
guy.
a zebra dick.
I don't think so. And it's,
No, white dicks are
it'd be
not cool,
awesome to
man.
go from like
Well, it's the
white
same
guy.
size. It's
to-
not like
if
getting
you're a
bigger.
white guy going to black cock, then you're like living the dream.
Yeah.
But this guy probably had a monster dick, but he probably
Yeah, it's not
after
the same.
17 years he probably forgot what it's like to
Do
have.
you-
That guy probably had a bigger dick than a white guy. But he
Yeah,
also
but
had
no,
no dick
it
for
does-
17
no,
years,
no,
so
it doesn't-
beggars can't
no,
be
that's what I'm
choosers.
saying. I was just, like, tattooing is not going to change the size. It is what it is.
Right,
My
right,
thing
right.
is, you are now like you have maybe the greatest opener ever. Like to
I've got a
girls,
white
like they don't know whether you're being like sexual or what. It's like, yo, my dick's a different color. Like who doesn't want to see that?
Me?
I was gonna say.
Well, you're a guy.
I don't know. Maybe they want to
Fair.
see it. I don't know how many girls want to have sex with it.
But the part about the tattoo
Seeing
thing,
it,
because
Kevin,
they
is
said
like
in the
97% of the
they
battle
said in the
channel.
article that he could get an erection already. He can't piss, he can't do anything else, but he can get an erection. Getting a tattoo, like whenever it's healing, like this one, my arm like swelled up like a Christmas ham for pores. Like it just straight up swelled up. Your dick is going to do that too when you get a boner. So you're going to be like, it's going to be cracking in blood. Like the last thing I would
We're
want
going
after
way too deep into
a penis
this. It's
transplant.
just like
but
you
your
wanna
point,
get
your
tattooed
point
or not.
remains though. Why would you not just tattoo it first? Color the dick and then put it on.
It's also a good point.
Yeah, I feel like you got to ask them to tattoo it before they put it
I
on.
wouldn't tattoo a period, but it seems like you would before. For all the troops that we thought were going to be here, I want to give them some quick news post-show. Top Gun 2 coming out, Tom Cruise says. I'm pretty excited for that.
Tom Cruise not in it though, I believe, right? I think he like said it's coming, but I don't think he's in it.
He's got to be in it.
Top Gun 2, please say it's true.
It's true. I'm going to start filming it probably in the next year.
If he's not in it, that's a problem.
He's got to be in it. Why would he be talking so excitedly about it?
I think he's like the executive producer.
Yeah, like he
or
might be
something.
involved in it, but I don't know if he's like in the movie.
Top 10 movie
I
of
bet
all
he's
time.
going to be
Yeah,
the
do you-
instructor. He'll be the instructor at Top Gun.
If
For
he's
sure.
in that, I'm all about it. If he's
He'll
not,
be like
that's
a
tough, for
colonel
sure.
or an admiral or something like that.
Do you think
now
it's one of
have a
those movies that
successful
should
career.
not be
And
touched?
he's going to get
Should not
somebody
be
like
touched.
when I was young.
But
I
I'm
was-
also, it doesn't ruin it. I know people like, I mean, it may stink, but it's like Top Gun 1 is still Top Gun 1. I mean, hey, Godfather 1, Godfather 2, you say it can't be done. It was done.
Yeah.
So, anything else? Anything post-show?
Got Memorial Day coming up.
Yeah, big time Memorial Day coming up.
Yep. Very excited.
That's it.
All right.
You want to do your thing about Memorial Day or no?
No, that's going to be a different video.
Got it.
Okay. So that's the rundown live from the Intrepid.
Cool.